All right, we are green, green, green today, here to start off the week, October 17th, finishing up $71. Small green, but grateful to be green. We had a lot of cheaper stocks moving today. So we had FNHC from 160 to 2, took a couple scalps on that. FNHC, this one was a penny stock that broke over $1. Actually, really beautiful move here at the open, but it wasn't showing on, I didn't see it on my scanner. I wasn't looking at it until in this area. But I did catch a scalp here for the break back over that 90 MA for that double bottom. And I was able to capture some profits on that. Small gains, $26. We had GOEV, another low price stock moving. We had AGFY, another slow price stock moving, a nice red to green move. I took a scalp in here and then it started to stall out and then it started to go, but I wasn't actually watching it at this point. We have Acor, another mover that's under $1. So many low price stocks moving today. Opportunity was there, but wasn't, in my wheelhouse. I mean, penny stocks I can definitely do well on. However, I do find it a little bit harder to kind of read market sentiment from the tape in the level 2 because it's so crowded and it's much more thicker than some of these lower float stocks, but maybe $4 or $5, $6, $10 stocks. They're a little bit more easier to read market sentiment because there's less orders in the level 2. So let's go through. I just took a lot of just small scalps. No big winners. What am I doing here? So we have Acor. Did I take any trades in Acor? I did. Let's see if these. FNHC. Let's see if we can get these orders to start popping up, or is TOS just going to be, there we go. Okay. So we'll start with FNHC. I didn't see it until this area. I did buy the panic dip, but sold for break even. And here I went for at 104.6, selling at 105.4. So about 1 cent there for the break over this pivot point. Could have held more to get a little bit more profits. Here at 106, I got in at 106 for a higher low for a potential retest of the high a day. Selling half at 110, but then I was going to sell half at the retest of the high a day and wait for the breakout. But it started to sell into this candle and sold the rest at 108, I think. So small gain there. FNHC, small green. INPX right at the open. I was going for the potential red to green move. Buying here, kind of a risky entry. TOS has not been showing my orders very nicely. What the heck? TOS, what are you doing, TOS? There we go. This is not my orders, is it? Oh, okay. I did do some pre-market trading on this, but nothing significant. Small gains, 50 shares, 100 shares. I just didn't feel too convinced. I did try the VWAP breakout, but I was waiting for that nice candle to really come in. And didn't come in. Could get in at 116, kind of high though. Yeah. 840 to 843. Try buying a dip, adding into continuation, but got stuffed. And then here in this first pullback, it gapped down to like $8 or $8.18, $8.10, $8.18. And I bought some shares there and quickly sold some at $8.30. So quick 10 cents on, I think it was 500 shares or something. And then I tried to go for, I added again for a new entry at $8.40 for that potential rip. And I think I sold it. It like rejected it real quick. And I think I sold it for a small loss. So that was small green, net small green, 30 bucks on IMPX. AVCT. AVCT, I took a scalp through $2. So here we had a bounce here, kind of holding this area. We had $2 as a psychological resistance point, which it topped out before. And because we're in a front side move, I really could anticipate that break at $2. If it was going to hold this 195, I was going to risk 2 cents, and I made 4 cents. But I didn't have the opportunity to add into it. Like I saw it working in my favor, but I just froze up. Like I didn't just, hit it 3 more times for 500 shares, get in for a 1,500 share position and capture a couple cents on it. But, it didn't really explode, from 2 to 2.5, 2.010, or 2.05 and 2.10. So it didn't have much meat in the bone. It broke out by 2 cents, 3 cents. And then here we finally got like a dip and rip, but I wasn't trading that. I thought it was way too extended. I thought we were going to see a 5-minute pullback. So I didn't trade that. She always likes to do that. My dog always likes to do a squeaker right when I'm making a video for some reason. So here it went for the red to green here. Took profits real quick into VWAP. We had some resistance. Got over VWAP and it made a nice move from 1.8 to 2. But I didn't trade it. Here again, 106 for the break of this pivot of 196 to 197. Small gains, AGFY. And ATXI, a lot of A's I've been trading today, huh? ATXI, A-Core, AGFY, AVCT, a lot of A stocks, but not A quality setups. Getting a lot of B quality, C quality setups today. I didn't really see one A quality setup, maybe on FNHC, but I wasn't really watching that. At the open, it actually looked pretty nice. Here, it was still low volume. So in the order book was a little bit weird in this area, so it took small gains on small sides there. Tried going for a breakout here. It just took so long to break out, and then it dipped down, and then finally went. It was just so wonky. So small red on ATXI, and it eventually rolled over. I just didn't have much buying strength on it. And yeah, that was it. But yeah, FNHC. I'm not going to do anything with in my videos today, my live recordings, because there's nothing nice to really show. No good quality setups. I think this would have been a really good setup after that opening range. We get that opening range breakout as it's reclaiming the top of this wick, and then for that breakthrough $1. That would have been a beautiful setup. I can see it right now, but I wasn't watching it. Because you had this break over to pre-market highs, holding over, closing over to pre-market highs, right underneath a huge psychological resistance of about $1, and you would have got a nice pop over $1. I could have took that with maybe 5,000 shares, and if I got 5 cents on 5,000 shares, which would have been definitely doable on this, it's $250 right there. And then some potential continuation up in here. So FNHC was definitely the one to watch here at the open, but I didn't even see it until here in this area, and I was able to kind of get small green on it. But up $71, I'll take the small green day. It's not an outstanding day. I'm not going to be sitting here all day to try to make more. I'd rather just take the money off the table, because the window of time that I am most confident in my strategy is between 9 and 10:30, and right now it's 11 o'clock, getting into that midday action, and a lot of the times it's low volume, weak setups, hard to trust, and a lot more shakier setups after the morning volatility. So I'm gonna call it today small green day. Grateful to be green, still rebuilding every day. Trying to get decently green in the month. Right now, I'm only green $300 on the month. It's been a weak month. It really has been a weak month. I've really just sized down into the amount of choppiness we've been having the past week, and my gains have been reflecting that. So small gains, however, consistently green, which is really good, really important. I'm staying green in a choppy market. and not losing loads of money. But I'm waiting for that next wave of momentum where I can just size up like I did on this day. And this day back here, I made 500. This day, I made 700. And yeah, once we get that wave of momentum, then I can start sizing up, because I can trade a size where I can make 5, 7, 800, maybe $1,000 in a day. I'm waiting for that next set of momentum where I can confidently start sizing up again, and really showing myself that the skills that I've been developing so far can yield great results. But it's about surviving until we get to that point. I don't want to jump the gun and force it in this type of market. I just don't feel like there's enough meat on the bone to be taking that level of share size and that level of risk, especially if I haven't been consistently doing it in the past. So now it would be like a unexplored waters, like sizing up into a new size while the market is still kind of cold and choppy. I think it'd be more better if I were to size up in a hotter market, because I'd be able to have more meat on the bone and the risk reward would be better. A lot of the times these setups recently in this cold market, the downside risk is just as much as the upside potential. If not, the downside risk is actually sometimes more in this type of market. And so that's why you got to take your profits quicker than if it was a hot market. If it's a hot market, you can hold it longer and scale out as it's ripping in your favor. In this market, you can't really do that. And so if you're sizing up in this market, you can't really take your time to start sizing into a good quality setup and scale out. Instead, you got to just jump the gun on that big size if you wanted to size up, and take your 2 cents, your 3 cents profit and walking away and not trying to hold for a bigger move, because then if you're holding for a bigger move and you're in bigger size, you take a 10-cent loss when you're trying to only make 2 or 3 cents, or when the setup only had a 2 or 3 cent potential, then your risk reward is going to be negative. So I think the best thing for me right now is just to be patient, just focus on getting green, walking away every day, staying consistent in green right now. And when the momentum comes, I will know it. I will feel it in the moment, and I will size up. I will take 1,500 shares, 2,000 shares. I showed myself that I did it before, and I could totally do it again. And pretty soon that's going to be the norm. Like, I'm going to get so used to taking 2,000 shares or 1,500 shares in one trade that when we do get back into the cold market, months from now, back into another season of cold market, I will be able to keep that 1,500 share and that 200 share as my default. And then when the next hot market comes, I'll be able to size up even more to like 3,000, 4,000 shares, and kind of just keep repeating the process. But I think the best season to be pushing your size is going to be in a hot market, into a market where there's more good quality setups coming back to back to back to back, because you're going to be more confident that you can make back any sort of losses, and you're going to be more confident in the move that it's actually going to work out in your favor, and you'll be able to scale out into a very high reward setup with minimal risk. So that's it. If you guys are still watching right now, please hit the thumbs up button. Also, subscribe if you're not yet a subscriber. I know I've been getting a lot of new subscribers recently, so thank you for that. That's awesome. I'm super stoked that I'm growing as a channel, and I hope you guys stick around. I have a lot of awesome content that's going to be coming out in the future, and I'm excited to start posting more and more and different types of content geared towards strategy development, scanning for stocks, mindset, and a bunch of other things that when it comes to trading. So super stoked about the upcoming content that I'll be posting, and hope you guys stick around for that. So without further ado, I'm going to end it here. Have a good rest of your Monday. Stay green and stay positive, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. All right, peace.